For more than 16 hours in the trial of Michael Dunn, he is the Florida man accused of killing a teenager in a dispute over loud music. Today, the judge ruled spectators and attorneys on both sides will no longer be able to wait in the courtroom for that verdict. There have been some concerns that jurors could hear what was happening inside the courtroom. Dunn is facing multiple charges, including first-degree murder in the death of 17-year-old Jordan Davis. Dunn maintains that he shot Davis in self-defense. NBC's Carrie Sanders joins me now from outside the courthouse in Jacksonville. And Carrie, it seems to be some worry that maybe the jury could possibly be deadlocked in this case.
Well, you have to think at this point, with everything that they're discussing and what they're looking at, that they are pitched in some sort of battle, because the charges that they could come back with, they could come back with guilty of first-degree murder, second-degree murder, it could be manslaughter, or it could be not guilty. When you have 12 people on a jury, you have perhaps a lot of different opinions, and that's probably what's being worked out as they're looking at the jury forms. All trials in Florida in the criminal division have 6 jurors, except when you have a first-degree murder case. So 12 people to come together with a consensus can indeed take some time. And consider that you have a very diverse group of people on this jury. Okay, so there are 7 women and 5 men. 4 are white men, 4 are white women. 2 are black women, 1 is a Hispanic man, and 1 is an Asian woman. So you have quite a diverse group in there, and while when they're picked to be on the jury, they're each told, can you set aside your previous beliefs of everything so that you can consider only what is going on and presented in this courtroom. People bring with them a certain history that enters into that jury room. And remember, everything that goes on in that jury room remains a secret unless the jurors decide to talk about it later. We may or may never know what is taking them so long. And again, some people like to think on a Friday that a jury, especially heading into a long weekend, may want to come back with a decision so that they can wrap this up, as it were. But when they're looking at the heavy case here, which is potentially first-degree murder, I suspect that the weight on their shoulders is to get it right and have that consensus, because it must be unanimous, Melissa.
It's actually a sign that the jury is taking their job very, very seriously. But as you and I both know, and we both covered trials like this before, the weight is incredibly hard on the families involved. Have you seen Jordan Davis's family inside the courthouse? And if you have, how are they handling it?
They're here. Yeah. Well, they're up on the 4th floor. They're in a separate room, and they're basically staying away from everybody, so I don't know exactly how they're doing. Their attorney has said that they are here and that they're waiting to find out if there's going to be a decision today. And quite frankly, you can imagine they're anxious, as the family for the accused here, too. You know, this community has gone through a lot. The state is under a microscope with the stand your ground, and a lot of people would like to see how this jury is going to come back to see what happens, especially in light of what they saw happen in the Zimmerman case, where it was a stand your ground case and he was acquitted on those charges.
Carrie Sanders, thank you so much. Well, that does it for this edition of News Nation. I'm Melissa Rayberger. The Cycle is up next.